Welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. Today we're going to do some UV resin stuff. Sorry, I had to take a drink. I don't do a lot of UV resin stuff, but let's try and make some pretty pendants, maybe gothic-y style. Let me get you guys so my light is not blocking everything. I am using the new Resin UV light that's rechargeable. So far, I haven't used it a lot, but what I have used it for, I really like it. I have two molds. Now this is my favorite mold for cabochons. It's not the best mold for UV. This is a Resin Rockers one, and it is not very transparent on both sides. So if I use this mold, I have to make sure that I cure the other side after I take it out of the mold, and make sure that everything is okay. So while this is my favorite, I think we're just gonna stick to this one today because this one is easy just to turn over. So we have a bunch of different options here. And I do have some bezels. These are I have a bag that has open bezels in it, and then I have some that have the glass part, or not, it's not really glass, it's an acrylic part. These are kind of mixed in, but I think let's just go with shapes for now. Tassel, random tassel in there. And then if they fit into bezels, fine. If not, we can do a flat back bezel on them. So let's put this one back in the bag. Let's, first of all, we're going to use, I have I should have gotten all this out first. I have the Resin Rockers. These are all made for UV. So I have all the colors, except for the one they don't have is a black. And I do have a black alcohol ink here, and a black is hard. This is one of the reasons that I don't do a lot of UV resin pendants and stuff. I don't do a lot of jewelry really, but I definitely don't do a lot of UV pendants because, you know, I'm kind of gothic-y and I like black. Black is very hard to use in here. So we have Punk, which is a purple. We have Metal, which is probably the most black. Maybe we'll use that one as our black. Alcohol ink, just, I don't like using it. So we have various colors here. I'm gonna put them over here. These Resin Rockers ones are pretty good. I also have jewelry tools, of course, but I do have some, this one right here is a lot of jewelry stuff, so it does have the flat back bales, and I have large jump rings, and then I have smaller size jump ring and split rings. I do have all these little flowers, and I'm gonna open up this box right here because I do have a bunch of charms, and I think that's what we're gonna do. we're gonna do some charms. That's, and where is my other one? Where did I leave it? What am I looking for? But on this wood block over here, I have my UV turned upside down so we don't get bubbles. Oh, I know, I'm looking for that other case of, whoa. Well, hello. Another case of, oh, here it is. These are some more little embellishments that we can use. So, let's start off with, why don't we start off with one of these big ones? I'm gonna lay down some, and this is Craftor UV. I'm gonna lay down some UV, and then what I usually do, move stuff out of the way here, is I put down a layer and then I cure it. So we're gonna go over here and hit, this one has 2, 3, and 5, and then lighting is just on all the time. I know this isn't the best because you guys are now dark because I have the light on, but all I'm doing is curing what I put down. And I think we'll start off with just a simple bee. I have some little bees here, or not so little. And I don't want a huge one. I do, like that's cured enough. So we're gonna turn that off. I'm gonna put the bee face down. Okay. Then so the bee stays where I want it to, I'm just gonna put some UV resin around it. That will encase that. We're gonna cure it. I probably should have moved that meat up a little bit, but maybe I still can. There we go. We're gonna do that. Then I'm going to grab my little cup here and we'll put a color on this in the back. I just want this to, it doesn't have to be all the way cured, just a little tacky. And that's already pretty good. So we can turn this off. Now we're gonna do colors. So I have a little cup here. We're going to put some UV in it. And we're gonna do, let's see, what color can we do? My go-to is always, you know, black. We're gonna go with this metal. These don't take much. I'm just gonna do one little drop in it. We're gonna mix it up. Okay, that can have more in it. Maybe I didn't shake it. Thought I shook all these up, but maybe not. Put another drop. Oh, this is the part I don't like about UV, because I want it more black, and you can't really do like pure black. So that's about as far as I'm willing to go with this. So I'm gonna pour this over. Not enough. What I tend to do, I'm gonna let that get just level out. I'm gonna put this back on. Now I'm doing this in layers because it's still transparent enough, but I'm always paranoid about UV jewelry. I'm always afraid it's not gonna cure properly. So. That's why I tend to stick with epoxy. Okay. I just need it so it starts curing. Then I'm gonna do, why is this all of a sudden all yucky? So I'm gonna pour in more UV, and I'm gonna go back and put some more of this metal, which is their black for UV. Gonna do another layer. I have to say I bought this UV light from Resin because, oh, that's why it's, I couldn't figure out where the resin was coming from. It's leaking out of the top. Okay. Probably because I have it upside down and it's fairly full. So, still a little more. Starting to get the cured pieces in my cup. I would rather use a pigment that's meant for UV than some other and try and make it work. So I'm gonna put the rest of this in here, and then I'm gonna fill the remaining with just clear, just to bring it up to that edge. And now we're gonna cure it. I have it on 5. I'm not gonna let go that long, because I'm gonna start another one, and that one will just get cured. I am gonna wipe out my cup here, because I do have some stuff that's starting to cure in it, because I'm in the light distance. But I really do like this UV resin light, because I had a J. Diction one, and at first I really loved it, but within about a month or so, my buttons became extremely hard to use. Like, it was crazy. And I guess I wasn't the only one, because when I mentioned it, I got a lot of people who said they were having the same problem. Like I said, I don't do UV a lot, but if I did UV a lot, I would have bought the Resin Rockers Magic Cure, which I heard is amazing. I just could not justify it for the amount of UV that I use. So that's why I went with the Let's Resin one. I like the fact that it's rechargeable. This is only my second time using it. I haven't charged it. I am not going to tip that bottle upside down right now, because it just keeps leaking. I haven't recharged it yet. Haven't had the need to. So that's good. The charge it came with is what I have. Oh, you little booger, you. Are you going to work? He might be too tall. Let's see. We'll do the spider web one. Now, if you have these charms, you just cut off the loop. So I'm just gonna cut this one off. If you have any sharp edges, you can sand them down. That if you cut it close enough, you won't have that issue. So I think we're gonna do it in a round. So we'll do this one over here since it's by the light. So I'm just gonna put some UV in there. Turn on the light, let it cure. We'll do some other color backings. But that way this one will also cure more. Then we'll take it out and we'll flip it after it's had a couple rounds of this. I could turn the whole mold over, but as long as it's cured enough, I can take it out, flip it, put it down here, and let it cure on the top. I put resin in there, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, that should be good. I'm gonna put one down in there. And since I did put resin in this one, let's see, where do I have? What do I have here? Let's do, I have a sugar skull here. Let's do a sugar skull. Yep, I just put that ball upside down and it's leaking again because I said I wasn't gonna do it, right? Yeah. Habit. Keep it upright. We're just gonna cure it for a little bit. Lost my stick. And let's see, we'll do a color for both of these. What color do we want? Let's put this, we'll do this dark blue here. And again, I'm just looking for enough of a cure. Let's put some, we're gonna do blue for both of them. Okay, let's put that back on. And we're just gonna do simple stuff, beginner friendly. Now I'm gonna fill this one up completely. That's why this thing is on crooked. Okay, Laura. Still trying to figure out why it's leaking. I think I just figured it out. Alright, now I'm going to turn this back on. And I'm going to fix this bottle. Ugh. Okay, maybe now we will stop the leaking. We'll see. So now I'm just going to turn this off because I'm going to leave them in there and we'll just cure some more as we go. So let's try. I have these really, I love these flowers. They're like this. And I have white, I have like this smoky one. And then I have black. Of course I have black, right? Let's try this white one. I also have white with gold. This one's plain white. So let's do, let's see. Well, this, no, I have to go bigger heart. Well, I guess we can do a rose in there. Let's try that. Oh, I'm just gonna do the same process. Little bit of clear at the base. Cure it. Now I'm going to put the flower face down. I'm going to put some more clear around it. I'm about ready to take out that first one and flip it. So I think, yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna do a color. Since it's a white rose, let's do a red back. Let's see, what color reds do we have? That is jazz. That's a pink. Orange. Folk. I'm not sure what folk is. Hip hop. Hip hop looks a bit pinky. I don't know if this is, no, not grunge. Well, we're gonna go with this one, jazz. We're gonna see what color it is. And it kind of looks like a red. Yeah, it's a red. Okay. And let's get that going. Red looks yellow under this light for me. So as I turn off this lamp, we're going to take out that first one and flip it. Okay, this one has been under there the longest, so there's what we have right there. And that is not cured right there, so I'm gonna put a little resin in it and we're gonna fix it. And I'm gonna set it down right here and we're gonna let that cure. So let's go for another one. Let's try, let's see, which ones do I have? Ooh, I have some little bitty bats. Let's try bats. We'll put bats in a heart. These bats are teeny tiny. I know you can't see them, the lights are making you guys dark. Okay, these bats are teeny tiny. So we're gonna put see if I can put 2 in here. Come, work with me. Okay, if you want to turn that way, fine. Oh, you're gonna spin now. Okay. That's okay. And what color do we want to put behind the bats? Let's see. How about, I think we're gonna put disco behind it. Disco's kind of like a neon-y yellow though. Okay, you stay on there. Piece out of there. Trying to keep my colors as transparent as I can. Let's see. Now I'm gonna do this disco. Hoping this will give like a glowy background here. Let's see. Don't know if that's gonna show much. Well, it definitely shows under the black light, or under the UV light. Definitely. Definite yellow glow. I'm sure you guys aren't seeing that, but that's a definite yellow glow right there. Woo! Bright stuff. gonna see if I can get one of these skeletons to work. Because I love these guys. He might just fit. Now, I'm going to pop out the second one right here. Show you what it looks like. And I'm going to set him down here to be under the light for the front of it. Then I'm going to put down a good layer because this skeleton is large. So I'm going to need more. More down in the front. I probably need to put a little bit more on the back of that one. I see a bat that may not be fully covered. This light's really nice because you can angle it at any place that you want. I actually really like it. Like I said, I would have gotten the magic of the Resin Rockers magic here, but that light is like $170 some. It's supposed to be amazing, and that was one of the reasons that I really wanted it. But for the amount of UV resin I do, it just wasn't cost effective at all. There was just, I tried to talk myself into it. I really, really did, but I was like, Laura, that's just stupid because you don't do that much UV. And I contemplated it for a few months, still trying to talk myself into it. No. I try really hard not to make stupid purchases. I just can't justify having a, $170 UV lamp sitting there getting very little action. I am going to do some more clear around him. Bring that level up to where I need it so that it's encased in clear. Alright, let's turn this back on. I forgot to put more clear on the back of those bats, but I will. I just dumped over a case of charms here. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. Do you guys do a lot of UV stuff? And if you do, what kind of light do you use, and do you have the Resin Rockers magic here? I know a lot of people do. I think Daniel Cooper has it. Not sure about Steve McDonald, or maybe it's Steve McDonald and I'm not sure about Daniel Cooper. I know Tim, the Base Resonator, has it. Lula, Nerd Goblin, has it. And I've heard it's, you know, an amazing light. I could not convince myself that it was worth it. I think we're going to use country. Are we gonna use country? No, let's use reggae. I do like this reggae. And if you do a lot of UV, do you buy from Resin Rockers? When I first came back to resin, because I had a period where I didn't do resin when I was a reseller. I originally purchased from Resin Rocker because I told myself, oh, I'm only gonna do small projects. I'm gonna do everything UV. I don't know who I was kidding, because even when I was in resin prior, I didn't hardly do UV, so I don't know who I was trying. Before I forget, I am gonna put some more clear on the back of this one. I think the only person I was lying to about doing UV only, small projects with UV only, please. Even I knew that was a lie. But I'm getting back into resin. I'm going back to what I loved, which was doing epoxy. Need more than that. One of the molds that I used to use for UV are those, oh, what are they called? They're the ones that have like the ocean stuff, like the water stuff in them. I wouldn't mind having that mold back again. But I would probably do epoxy. Next, I'm gonna pop out that one. Spike, of course, is out there meowing. He's probably trying to wake David up. David doesn't have to get up today. He doesn't have to work today, but he's kind of always on call since he lives on property. And he is the supervisor, so, you know, he doesn't get off the hook very often. But the kids went back to Mom for the weekend. She'll bring them back on Sunday. David went ahead and had her pick them up. She was supposed to pick them up today, Friday, because, you know, this is very early in the morning. I've been up all night. And, but because of 4th of July and the traffic here in Austin, he told her, he said, you might as well just come on Thursday and pick them up, because she was going to try and come pick them up today at like 5 o'clock, and that would have been right in, I mean, traffic in Austin is already bad. Because it is a large city, it's the capital. They have all kinds of things here all of the time. There's always something going on in Austin. So the traffic is pretty bad. I mean, when David was commuting, he had, sometimes it would take him 2+ hours just to get down here from Killeen, and technically, it's only an hour drive. But that's not accounting for any traffic. Spike, leave David alone. So, let's see. Let's see this one real quick. That's what we have, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Just gonna set it down here, and it can finish curing. We got some bubbles in that one. Oh, and there those, what did Sheila call these? The alcohol resistant bubbles. Yeah, they're resisting all right. Jesus criminy. Let's see. Come on. These suckers do not want out of this mold. we might be living with some bubbles in this skeleton, because holy crap. I can move them, they just won't go out. Well, okay. We might be living with a few bubbles in this. I have sprayed alcohol. I'm now attempting to get them out with the silicone tool. I can move them to the edge, but can I get them? No. Sure, it's because of that skeleton. Cause all right, I give. He can have bubbles if he wants them. Let's see how these guys are doing. That one's good. He is good. That one looks good. We'll do a few more and then I'll let you guys go. I didn't want this to be a super long video, which it probably already is. Because of course I'm doing, you know, one piece at a time. But okay. We'll do a couple more. Let's see. What do we have that's... I know which ones I want. Where are you guys? Where did you go? There's one I'm missing over here. Did I stick them all in here? Oh, yep, I did. Red. Nope, those aren't it. I had some real gothic-y red ones. That's not it. That's not it. Ah, there they are. Let's do one of these. We'll do a couple of these gothic-y ones. I try to have my boxes separated into, like, this is all like small pendant stuff or earring stuff. I have boxes that are like tons of like flat back acrylic pieces, different types. I also have I have a couple boxes like that. And then this one has like charms and stuff for, and then the one below this one has like jump rings and flat back bells, stuff like that in it. gonna pop this one out next. That's what that one looks like. Again, I'm gonna set it right down here so it can be under the lamp for the top. We are gonna do one of these gothic ones. I'm gonna go right here. I'll make sure that. And then, let's see. Maybe that one's pretty. I think we'll do these two. These you don't have to cut anything off of because they're actually nail charms. So, and I have a couple boxes in here that have the nail charms in it, and the nail charms don't have that loop that you have to cut off, so that makes stuff a lot easier. One less step. I'm also gonna put some right there for the other one. I'm gonna put this one. Now this one wants to sit off because it's got a raised gemstone in it. So come on, get in the middle. Oh, you're gonna be a pain in my butt. Maybe should have left it alone, Laura. Yes, Clyde. Okay, I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna let it cure for a second just to get it like tacky. And then I'm gonna try and set it up like that. And that's as good as it's gonna get, because right now it's at that you're not touching me anymore stage. What color? Those have reds, so probably gonna go back to metal. Flip over. This is another one I'm gonna have to do that same way. Now, I'm gonna turn the light on, and I'm gonna kind of set this one up just like that so it stays. Put a little more in that one. Just put a little more clear in here. Cover that. putting tools away. I am gonna need another drawer of, I need another drawer for molds. Does that tell you anything? I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 drawers of molds right now. I have them separated like tray molds, jar molds, little ones, little molds, and characters, and a mold of like those silicone ones that you get for like the baking section for different little embellishments and such. I have a drawer for that too. But I'm probably not gonna buy any more. I say this and then there'll be one that comes out that I want. Probably not gonna buy any more characters. I have quite a few. Matter of fact, that's the drawer that's, you know, imploding on itself. And really, I like practical items. So I like, you know, trays, soap dispensers, bowls, jars, stuff like that. That's where I really like to do stuff, in that realm. And since I have the Resin Molds Express subscription box, I'm getting a lot of characters and stuff like that through that subscription box, which I really, really like. And Ella, who's the owner, is one of the ones that's going to be giving away a prize on my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Whoever wins that is going to get a they're going to get the August box, and she ships to most countries. There are a couple that she doesn't ship to, but if it's a country she doesn't ship to, then she is giving that person in lieu a $30 cash prize through PayPal. So I couldn't have asked her anything better. I do have prizes that are only available for the US. That would be Bond Crafter, because they can't ship to the UK. And I even tried going on pirate ship, because I have my own account where I can ship from. And I tried, because I was going to tell Bond Crafter, just send it to me and I'll mail it to the UK. But they won't let me ship resin at all. So what I did instead is, if somebody from the UK comes up when we're giving away the Bond Crafter stuff, they will get a Amazon gift card from me. I'm putting those in because I don't want anybody to be left out. So that is how I'm doing that. And then we have eye candy, which again will only ship to the US for gifts that they give out. So but Jeff, who is super nice, I just started doing business with them, like just started, and is he's so nice. He let me pick out 2 things that I would want to give to you guys. So I picked out I picked out 2 sample sets. One is for, and I'm moving these back up to the top so they can be under the light for this last part. I picked out 2 different sample packs. One is for his ghost set, and I just ordered that one myself. I don't have it in hand yet, but I just ordered that one for myself because I want to see those. And I also picked out the pastel set, and the reason I picked that one out is because I don't see a lot of people who use pastels. So I thought it might be, because he has a really nice set for pastels, so I thought it'd be nice for somebody to try his pastels. I haven't bought that set just because, you know, I'm not a big pastel person. I like to do, you guys know, I like to do the gothic-y side, so pastels just really don't fit in that. Now, he leaked out, so I'm gonna have to, but that's how he looks. I gotta trim him. But there's that one. I'm also going to pop out this one. There are my bats. So I'm gonna put that one there. Now these 2, I'm gonna let cure. I'm gonna run them through one more time, and all of these other ones, and then I will flip those. We'll be done. I'll just finish curing the tops of those 2, and then, you know, I will let you guys go. Sorry for the long video. I know UV is, you know, for the most part pretty quick, but oh, we went through a good half bottle. That was a brand new bottle. I have like a pack and a half of Craftor UV resin. I've bought it. They sent me some a couple of times in my packages, and I bought 2, and I think they sent me 2, so I have a pack and a half left of UV. But I will be happy to have my Craftor back in my Mac here, where I can do the things I like to do. And we'll come back to jewelry, you know, UV stuff again. I have some molds from Resin Rockers that can actually be used with UV resin. If you do go on Resin Rockers, which, you know, they're a small business, I totally support them. Like I said, I would have gotten the magic here had I done more with UV resin. But they have really cool molds for UV. I have a few of their bigger UV ones. And if you go on there, make sure you go under, and you want UV molds, make sure you go under their category that says UV approved molds. I have a baby axolotl from them. I have my little skull is from them. I have a frog from them. I might have some others. Those are the ones I know of right off the top of my head, besides this cabochon mold that I first showed you. That is a Resin Rockers. And they really do have, if you want to do nothing but UV and do some of the characters and all of that, they do have some great molds in that area. and you know, they've all been tested. I really like their UV pigments that we've been using. I really do like those. I think they're great. And you know, if I did UV exclusively, I would probably almost exclusively buy from Resin Rockers. They have a lot of great molds, and they have really cool UV stuff. And if you do just UV, whether it be jewelry or you know, you want to do some characters or something like that, I would invest in their Magic Sheer lamp, because from what I've seen and what I've heard from other people, it is amazing. I just could not justify it with as little UV as I do. If I was into doing, because they have a free online, free YouTube videos for like how to make pens in your with UV under your UV lamp. They have all kinds of different UVs that give you different effects. I have a bottle still of their, it's like this neon green UV, and they call it a drip, so it's like for dripping on the sides of tumblers and stuff. But I've used it in other stuff. It's really good. That sparkle that I use all the time, that's a Resin Rocker sparkle, which is a lot like the crushed crystal. And I bought that when I first came back to resin, and I still have not gone through it all. So they are a great company. If you do lots of UV, they do more UV and tumbler type stuff. And I don't do tumblers. I've never done a tumbler. I don't have a turner or anything, but they do have, I'm going to pop these out. That one went completely off center, no matter how much I played with that one. That one, let's run this through 3 minutes, and then I'll show you them all, and I will turn on the light one more time to make sure everything is cured, and I will let you guys go. But yeah, check out, if you do UV and you really like doing UV, and I know some people only like UV because it's less hassle, it's not as toxic, all that kind of stuff. They really do have some amazing products. And like I said, they do a lot with tumblers. They have the pens. They have, if you want to follow somebody that is, I don't know what you would call her. She's kind of a developer for some of the Resin Rocker stuff. Like, she developed like the pen wraps that they have and stuff. And that, her YouTube name is Midnight Serenity. And she's always on Resin Rockers, and she gives her own classes and stuff for different products that she's developed with or for Resin Rockers. And but yeah, Midnight Serenity, she's really great. She does very thorough, you know, in-depth tutorials using the Magic Cure and Resin Rocker items and pin wraps, and she does all kinds of stuff. I follow her, and believe me, if I was doing UV exclusively, if I could get in that mindset where all I wanted to do was UV, I would definitely be buying from Resin Rockers, probably exclusively. And I would definitely invest in their Magic Cure. But like I said, for me, I just couldn't justify the cost for as little UV as I do. And I do use it for other things, you know. I use just like everybody else. You gotta have a bottle of UV if you want to put eyes and stuff. You know, all those things. This is our bat. Those are our bats. This is that white rose. And all these need are flat back bales, or put them into the appropriate bezel. That's our little spider web right there. Here's one of the last ones we did. This is the heart, the Gothic heart with the black. This is the one that went off center on me and still tilted no matter how much I messed with it. Here's your skeleton, your sugar skull, and the very first one we did, the bee. So like I said, all these need is, I'm gonna turn on the light while I clean up and leave these cure for a little bit longer, and then I will see you guys in the next one. In the meantime, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that black bell so you are notified when I do upload a new video. And don't forget all the discount codes in the description box. They are there for you guys to use. And I will see you next time. Bye.